From Homestead High School in the 260 to the bright and shiny lights of Los Angeles. Joining me now is Rams wide receiver Ben Skowronek. Ben, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, first things first. 4 months ago, you heard your name get called in the NFL. Walk me through what the process has been like and the adjustments have been like for you since the last time we chatted on draft day.
Yeah, those 4 months. If you told me it's 4 months, it seems almost as it's been like 4 years. The journey from that day to today has been, to say the least, it's been crazy. And moving out to LA all the way across the country, then coming back from injury and then going through training camp, getting injured again, and wondering if you're going to make the team or not. It's been a crazy 4 months. So. It seems like it's been way longer than that, but at the same time, it's been an amazing 4 months at the same time. Being able to adjust to a new locker room, learn so much, on the football side, and then kind of grow as a man as well. So, I feel like I'm a completely different man today than I was 4 months ago.
Right on. Talking about your last injury, what's that like? Feeling like going through that when you're trying to compete for one of the 53 spots on the roster?
Yeah, it's tough. There's so many uncertainties in this business, and it's a business where there's so much competition, team to team, and then within the team as well. So to be sidelined and not be able to kind of showcase your skill set day in and day out, and watch other guys make plays, and you kind of just sitting there, waiting. It's really tough, and thankfully, the medical staff of the Rams, they've been fantastic through this process. The coaching staff, my fellow teammates, and then back home, the support I have from my family, my friends, and just the encouragement I get every day. It really helped me, get through that. But, it's definitely tough, not being a solidified guy in the NFL yet, and, having to just sit there and watch.
How's the rehab process going? Where are you at?
It's going great. So I don't know if I'm allowed to get into too many specifics, but back to practicing and feeling great. But excited to get it out there and start playing on Sundays.
Talking about playing on Sundays, you get the chance to at least come back here to Indiana. Is it kind of surreal to think about you coming back to Indiana for a football game for the first time as an NFL pro?
Yeah, it's crazy. I was kind of thinking about it this week. I don't want to think too far ahead. And, when the calendar flipped and it's, time to play, the Colts, it's crazy because I remember, I was born in Indianapolis and spent some time there when I was real young. But, going to the RCA Dome, with my parents, with my brother, with my sister, going to watch football games there. It's where, I guess I kind of started falling in love with the game. I can't really pinpoint the exact moment I fell in love with the game, but I'm sure the Colts were a big aspect of that. So it's kind of full circle to have family coming down, family, friends, all sorts of people coming down to Indianapolis this weekend, and watching me play. It's just full circle. So it started in Indianapolis, and now one of my first games as a pro is back in Indiana.
Yeah. Do you have any fun stories from any time back in the day or anything that you can remember, going back to that time of going to Lucas Oil maybe, or even the RCA Dome and experiencing some of that?
Yeah. I remember going to a Monday night game. It was Steelers, Colts. I think we made a sign or something. I remember doing that, but my uncle played with the Chiefs and he played in Indianapolis, a handful of times. And, I was wearing Chiefs stuff, to the Colts. And I remember being in the tailgates and all these Colts fans, talking trash to me and stuff like that. There's so many memories. I remember driving down from Fort Wayne. My uncle had a bus that he redid and everything. I remember driving, from Fort Wayne to Indianapolis and then tailgating and then going to watch my uncle play. So, I have a handful of memories in Lucas Oil. And then I played there once in college in the Big Ten Championship. So it's a pretty familiar place for me.
Coming from straight out of college to the pros, how did schools like Northwestern and Notre Dame kind of help prepare you for this next level?
Yeah. Both schools prepared me, to be able to play at the next level. But, I'd say, just the day-to-day preparation, both schools really preach, prepare like a pro. And because of that, I feel like the transition has been a little easier for me. It hasn't been a crazy jump with the game plans and the playbook and that type of stuff because, both schools put a lot on my plate at the receiver position, and I feel like that's helped me out, a ton.
You try not to think too far ahead, but what do you think that moment is going to be like whenever you hear Skowronek, you're in the game, let's go, and it's your time to shine?
Yeah, it's going to be a cool moment for sure, but it's just going to be like, playing in the backyard with my dad and my brother, my cousins, my uncles, growing up. At the end of the day, it's just a game. So it's, you're playing on the biggest stage, but at the same time, you've been doing it your whole life. So I'm definitely prepared for that moment and can't wait, for when my name's called.
Now, you mentioned this game practically in your backyard. Is there anything you have set up with your family, or is that kind of still against COVID protocols?
Yeah, I'm not really sure how much I can see them, but I know, my family, my friends, coaches, so many people have reached out, and told me they're coming to the game. So it's going to be cool to see all those people, every single one of those people that, plan on coming on Sunday. They played a part, in my life to get me, to this level. So it's going to be cool, I have all that support there. And, I hope I'm able to see them, either before the game or after the game. I know with the COVID protocols, it might be difficult, but, each and every one of those people that are coming this weekend have played such a big role in my development, not only as a football player, but, as a young man.
Obviously you don't want to give too much away. You can't give too much, but are we close to seeing you game day ready?
Yeah, we're pretty close. I'm doing everything on my end to get back as soon as possible, and when my name's called, I'll be ready to play.
Right on. And I think the last thing I got for you is just one more about coming home for week 2. I mean, how is this kind of just an example of your football career coming full circle for you?
Indiana's just played such a big role, specifically Fort Wayne. You look at all the greats that come out of Fort Wayne, and just the people I've looked up to, and just my family as well. So, to be able to just come back, Indiana is always going to hold a special place in my heart. I know Fort Wayne is in Indianapolis, but it's home. Indiana's home to me. So to be able to come home, I love it. I just can't wait, to suit up and just be back in Indiana.
Cool. Any message you have for anybody that's watching you back here in Fort Wayne?
No, just thanks for, all the support. After my recent injury, just getting, all the support, all the love, all the messages, it means so much to me. And without that, it just helps me, push through, those difficult obstacles. So, can't thank, Fort Wayne and Indiana enough for, all the support that they've given me.
All right, Ben, you got anything else, man, you want to give?
That's it.
All right. Well, hey, I appreciate your time. Don't enjoy the sunshine too much, man. We're jealous. All right. Well, hey, take it easy. Thank you so much for sharing a little bit of your time with us, and we'll look forward to seeing you.
No doubt. Appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. Best of luck on the rehab, man. We're thinking about you.
Thank you.